Deep in England, standing for nearly 1,000 years, is Windsor Castle, a symbol of royalty, power, and legacy. But beneath the crown lies something far darker. You probably know him for one thing: 6 wives, 2 executed. But what history often softens was just how brutal he truly was. Henry VIII wasn't just a king, he was paranoid, volatile, and toward the end of his life, physically deteriorating and mentally unstable. Henry died in 1547, but Windsor Castle never quite let him go. Staff and visitors over centuries have reported something chilling. Heavy footsteps echoing through empty halls. The sound of a man dragging himself forward, groaning, as if something is in pain, and has been for a very long time. Witnesses describe a tall figure dressed in royal clothing. Sometimes he's whole, other times he's not. A headless presence, or worse, a figure holding his own head. The ghost of Henry VIII is said to haunt the corridors, especially near the cloisters. Why does he haunt? Some believe it's guilt, others believe it's unfinished power, but there's another theory that Windsor Castle itself is a place where energy doesn't fade, where intense emotion, fear, rage, betrayal, imprints, and Henry VIII left behind a lifetime of all three. 3 castles, 3 hauntings, but Windsor is only the beginning, because our next location didn't just execute people, it hunted them. Hidden deep in Austria's forest stands Moosham Castle. It looks like something out of a fairy tale, but its history is anything but. Between the late 1600s and early 1700s, Moosham Castle became the center of something rare: witch trials that primarily targeted men. Farmers, laborers, outsiders, accused of something terrifying: werewolf transformation. At the time, livestock were being slaughtered. Villagers were afraid, and fear always demands a target. Instead of looking for wolves, they looked for monsters in human form. Hundreds were imprisoned, tortured, forced to confess, and then executed, most of them innocent. Today, Moosham Castle is considered one of Austria's most haunted locations. Shadow figures in the dungeon, cold spots that feel intentional, whispers in empty rooms, and sometimes the feeling of being watched, not from above, but from below. I mean, think about it. Fear, pain, false accusations, desperations, all concentrated in one place. If energy can linger, Moosham Castle would have been saturated with it. But our final castle doesn't roar with violence, it whispers softly, over and over again. In Japan, rising like a white heron in flight is Himeji Castle. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Beautiful, elegant, and deeply haunted. Okiku was a servant, loyal, trusted, until she was accused of something she didn't do, losing one of 10 valuable plates. Her master gave her a choice: confess or suffer. She refused, so he punished her over and over again. Eventually, she was thrown into a wall and left to die. After her demise, something began to happen. At night, a voice counting 1, 2, 3, all the way to 9, and then a scream. Okiku's story didn't just stay in the castle, it became one of Japan's most famous ghost legends, inspiring countless depictions of long-haired spirits, including what many recognize today as blueprints for modern horror ghosts. So why does she still linger? Some say it's injustice, others say it's trauma, but there's something uniquely haunting about repetition, a soul trapped in a moment, reliving it forever. 3 castles, 3 histories, 3 hauntings. But one question remains. Are these just stories, echoes of the past, or something more? Because if walls can hold memories, if places can absorb pain, then maybe, just maybe, these aren't hauntings. They're recordings, playing on repeat. And the next time you walk through an old building and you hear something behind you, don't turn around too quickly, because some things don't like to be seen. If you like the dark, mysterious, and unknown, subscribe, like, and share. Thanks for sticking with me, guys, and have a great day. Bye!